Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about being friends with girls and why I diverge, it seems, from a lot of the guys in like the self-improvement, the red pill, although I don't consider myself part of it. In fact, I'm quite anti-red pill. The manosphere, I guess it's called. I originally did this video as a response to Pinnacle of Man, who said he didn't believe men could be friends with women. And he was talking about Ben Shapiro being friends with his co-host, I believe, or a girl who works for him. I don't really watch Ben Shapiro's stuff, but he was talking about being friends, like they were friends with each other, and his wife and her husband were friends, and it was like, and Pinnacle of Man seemed to have an issue with this, as if like being friends with a woman is something that men can't do platonically, and I fundamentally disagree from my own like life experiences. And I think when I was being quite fair, I believe, to Pinnacle of Man, because I think he sees a lot of guys who are, I don't know what the word is, I don't want to say incel, or like very, very mentally fragile, very like socially inept and mentally fragile. And I understand, like, for a certain type of guy, they probably can't handle being friends with women if they are like they don't have much in the way of sexual experience, they don't have much in the way of options. They are more likely to go into a friendship with a woman and do it with an angle of eventually trying to sleep with them, and then get very upset when the woman turns around and is like, oh, we're just friends. And so he's trying to get in front of that and stop it from happening. I'm giving him the charity on this one and saying that's probably what he says. But if you do what I do, which is compartmentalize your sex life away from your friends, then this problem never really comes up. Like, it just doesn't. I lived with three German girls. They were all young, they were all attractive. And I was having sex off Tinder with a couple of girls, just like randomly seeing them throughout the 6 months I stayed with them. And I never had any issues. It was always about friendship with the girls I was living with. And before that, all the friends I've had in hostels, all the girls I've lived with, you're always able to compartmentalize your friendships and your sexual relationships. Even back when I was like didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't have a Tinder that worked. I didn't know how to approach. I didn't really know how to date. Like, I've always been able to compartmentalize. So I'm really weirded out whenever I hear some lad on the internet just be like, don't be friends with women. And it's like, where is this coming from? Where is this idea? I know for me personally, I'm extroverted, and I'm very extroverted. Like, COVID hurt. Like, I need people. I get energy from other people. That's like how you define. I think that's how you can define yourself as introvert or extrovert. Do other people sap your energy, or do you get energy from interaction with other people? And I'm in the energy from interactions camp, like, very heavily. So you telling me I can't be friends with half the planet's population is something I'm going to say fuck you back to. Like, I'm just not going to accept any rationale that supports that theory. It's absolutely absurd. Where I would get off, though, my own train, is you shouldn't be friends with girls you're attracted to and you have feelings for. That's 100% true. Like, you should not maintain a friendship where you have sexual or emotional feelings for a woman. That becomes unfair. Like, you're not being honest, for a start. You're lying by omission. You're also setting it up to basically hurt her emotionally. Because when you tell her like you're into her, and the friendship then probably has to end or break, or she has to deal with the aftermath of not being into you, but that you are someone she cares about and she doesn't want to hurt you. Like, it's really fucked up, like, to get into a situation where where one of you has to hurt the other. Like, either you have to be like, we can't be friends anymore, or she has to be like, we can't be friends anymore. And like, that's something I don't abide by. I take great lengths to avoid having any feelings for the girls I'm friends with. And I take great lengths to not be friends with girls I have feelings for. I pretty much like get it out there and like put basically approach them as early as I can so that doesn't happen. And in the rare instances it does, I'm honest with them about it. Like, I have been like this pretty solidly for the last 2 years, since I started coaching with Andy, who's very big on honesty, and I agree with him on this. So yeah, if you are finding yourself in a friendship with a girl but you don't want to be friends, that is not good. But if you are friends with girls and you want to be friends with them, it's completely fine. Don't believe this shit about not being friends with girls. Not all of us agree with this shit. Like, and you can do what you want to do. That's what Chris always used to say. Like, do what you want to do. All right, guys. That's all I got to say on this one, and peace out till tomorrow.